Hello, welcome back. We have some History Maker golf on the table. This is kind of my second tournament. We are, the first group is just heading into the back nine. So the set I have is 1958, which is a home brewed set. I'm pretty sure that the fellow who made this, and I can't remember his name, is the guy who actually helped develop the 60s set. So I think that this comes from a very good quality person to make the set. And as much as I like decades, I like seasons a little better in my gaming. So anyway, 1958. We have our normal suspects, Sam Snead and Ben Hogan, who were getting to the middle end of their careers. Neither one of them made the cut, oddly enough, on an unlucky roll. We're playing at the Thunderbird Country Club at Rancho Mirage, California, which is the set that came with the 60s decade set. And anyway, we are, like I said, I've got 8 golfers who made the TV round, and like I said, the first group is heading into hole number 10, so we'll take it from there. Anytime you get a new game, you have to figure out kind of how to make it work on your tabletop, and when you have a YouTube channel, you have to figure out how to make it work on YouTube as well. So I think I've got showing here what you need to see. You can see that you got the leaderboard. So Ken Venturi, who is a 1A, very good golfer, 1958, is in the lead. Arnold Palmer, my favorite golfer, who is a 1A, is 1 stroke behind. Billy Casper, another good golfer from this time period, is 1 behind as well. Dal Finsterwall, who actually started 1 behind, has dropped to 3. And then we got Gary Player, Julius Boros, 5 behind, and Fred Hawkins and Stan Leonard are bringing up the rear at 6 behind. So far, all 8 golfers who started on the TV round are still within 6. So Venturi, the leader, started out the round in the lead, and he has got 2 birdies in 6 holes to kind of keep the pressure on. But so far, everybody else is keeping up. So again, new experience here, so we'll see how it goes. Just wanted to get some gaming up on the channel. I haven't been doing some unboxings, but no actual play, so I thought I would put this up and see how it goes. So again, bear with me as I'm a newbie at this. So okay, so Stan Leonard will lead off. So far, again, hole number 10, which is a 4 par. One thing, you can kind of get the layout of the hole from how the diagram is. I do miss the actual pictures from ASG and Dice Nuts. Those are nice. It gives you more of a visual of the hole. I have kind of monkeyed around with the courses that I have in other games that have the diagrams to kind of keep those out. But that is one thing I miss about History Maker, is that you don't get quite as good of a visual of the hole. But again, you can see that this dog leg's to the right, and you got some sand, to the left of the green and trees. And so, again, it gives you a pretty decent idea of the hole. So Leonard he is shooting 1 under so far for the front 9. He's got 2 birdies and 1 bogey. So he's got 2 red chips. So we'll go ahead and get rid of one of them, and we'll let the course play the hole. This is a moderate hole, so he gets a 3, which doesn't matter. So he gets a 66. So he's going to hit the rough on his first shot. So it's a par 4, 4.1. We got a 5. Is he a master? He is not. Otherwise, a tough shot from the rough to the fairway, wedged onto the green with distance to the flag, a difficult putt for par. So that's going to be a 1-3. So if he doesn't make this, he's going to fall out of the TV time. So 1-3 to stay at 6 under, and he hits it. So there's not a clutch putt, but a clutch putt. So he gets his par to hang in there. So Billy Casper, who is just, he has the best round of anybody. He started out at 5 under and has proceeded to get 6 birdies. So he is at 6 under par for the front 9. So he is killing it. And as usual, if I miss something, please feel free to point it out so that I can learn from my mistakes. Quite often I'll see my mistakes if I get a chance to watch my video. But if there's something that I missed, feel free to add it in the comments for me. So anyway, Billy Casper, one of my favorite golfers, great putter, is 6 under, and he's just 1 behind Venturi. So he gets a 3, which means he gets to play the hole. So that's a 2-3-5 on a 4 par. A 2-3-5. Is he a legend? He is indeed. So a well-placed tee shot. The gallery cheers, which gives him a blue booster. We got a 2. Is he a champion? With the iron, he is not that. So he drops one onto the edge of the green. It gets a good roll. He has a moderate putt for birdie. So a moderate putt is 1-2. If we use the chip, that would make it a 1-4. And that's a pretty good chance. So we'll see if 1-4, he will tie for the lead. And he does. So Billy Casper is 7 under par after 10 holes. So that's just about amazing. I don't remember anybody with it around quite that good. All right, so that brings up Fred Hawkins. So far, Fred he goes to hole number 9. He is shot completely even. He's did par every single hole. So this is a daunting hole. Actually, semi-daunting. So we could try. He's only got one thing, so we would have to use the blue chip before we see if he gets the daunting or not. So we'll just hang on to the chip. So he gets a 4, so that's the hole. We get a 16. So he hits the sand on his first shot. So we get a 4-1, a 5 on the green die. Is he sandy? Hawkins is not. So a regrettable shot from the trap. The third shot travels to the fringe of the green. He has a difficult putt for par. So that's 1-3. So he'll use his chip to make that a moderate putt for 1-5 to stay on the TV here. And he rolls a 6. So how about that? So that would be an easy putt for bogey. So 2-66, and he does. So Fred Hawkins is down with a -7. I'll keep rolling for him. So he, for the first hole, doesn't get a birdie or a par. He gets a bogey. So that puts him at +1 for the front 9. So again, he'll be off the TV. So Gary Player here on hole 9, his playing partner. He is shooting 2 under par so far. So he went from 5 under to stay at 5 under to keep pace with Venturi, who's shooting 2 under. So here Player has no chips, so he will have to. So he gets a 6. So I think he's gonna. This is a daunting hole, so he's going to be content with the par. So he comes in at a 2 under for the front 9. Again, nowhere near Bill Casper's -6. All right, so Arnold Palmer, he has the lucky trait, which he got in the pre-round, and so he gets to keep a blue chip at all times. So he is on hole number 8, a 3 par, cordial. So he'll go ahead and hang on to his He's got 2 chips there. So far, Arnold is 3 under par. He had 3 birdies in a row at 4, 5, and 6. So he gets a 3. So he plays the hole with a 155 on a 3. So 155. Is he a champion? He indeed is. Perfect fade. Rolls toward the pin. Almost goes in. He gets an easy putt for birdie. So 1 to 4. We could, as I understand it, I can use this to get a birdie gimme, which would be just about in. Now let's hold on to the chip. Oh, and he gets a 6. So that's going to be a gimme for par. So Arnold misses the easy putt, and he will have to settle for a par. So he'll stay 1 back. And so Julius Boros, his golfing partner, he had a double bogey on hole number 1, but has since had a couple birdies, so he is shooting even for the round so far here on hole number 8. He gets a 3, so he will play the hole with a 2-2-4. 2-2-4. Is he a champion? He is not. So we go to the green cam. And so we have a 3 par. He gets a 2. Is it a friendly green? It is not. Is it a challenging green? It is, because we got the desire. Nice recovery from the Sander rough. Clutch putt for par. So Burrows is an even, so he needs a 1 to 3 here to get a par. And he misses, so that'll be a gimme, or an easy putt for bogey. He makes it, so Burrows drops to 6 under. So big bogey there. So that moves on to our front runners. Dow Finsterwall has a bogey and a birdie, so he is shooting even. Again, he has no chips, so here on the 5 par 7. So before this one, you have to choose whether you want to play it safe or go for it if you get a question mark. So I think he'll play it safe. 3 down. So he gets a 3, so that's the hole. He gets a 15, so that's a question mark. So with the safe, it's a gimme putt for par. So that's all 3. And so he gets his par. Taking advantage of the 5, and so that brings up Ken Venturi. Ken has got 2 birdies, so he can knock off Burrows and Leonard here out of the front runners if he can birdie this one. So he gets a 3, which is the hole. He gets a 56, which is the sand on the first shot. So not a good tee shot for Venturi, who normally is very good with his woods, as he's a legend king and shaper. But he misses the fairway with this one. So we hit the sand. Let's see, 56, the sand in 1 to the right of the green. 5-1, and he rolled a 6. Is he sandy? He is not. So trouble getting out of the trap. Scrambles to green in 4. An easy putt for par. So that would be doubles. And he doesn't get 6s, so he gets his par. And so the leaderboard will stay where it's at. So that'll be the end of hole 7 for this round. We move on to number 11. Another very scoreable hole, despite multiple bunkers, which dot the fairway. So this course is relatively easy, as you can see by some of the scores. So Leonard will start off. Again, he is still within 6. He parred his last hole. He has a red chip. So this wouldn't be a bad one. This is a double cordial hole with a friendly green. So we'll go ahead and concede to the hole. So that's a 12. So he hits the sand on the second shot. And we rolled a 1. Is he chunky? He is not. So a perfect strike from the bunker, and we do the pin chart. So the pin chart is here. So we re-roll the white die. That's a 2. So it dies in the vicinity of the pin, an easy putt for par. Okay. So again, he double sixes with the only way he'd miss that. So he gets another par. His second in a row. That brings up Bill Casper, who is tied for the lead after he scored his seventh birdie of the match on hole 11. So he gets a 3. So that's going to be on his a 1, 2, 3 on a 4. So we go to green golf cam. Okay, so we got a 4 par, we got a 2. Is it a friendly green? The decider die says it is not. Is it a challenging green? It is not. So beneficial roll, an easy putt for par. So again, that would be doubles. Ooh, got 1 6, but not 2. So Casper hangs in there with a par to stay tied with Venturi. So we move to Hawkins. So Hawkins is off of the thing here. So we will do the contention roll. So we got a normal putt or normal hole. Ooh, so that's a normal 1 is a birdie. So he is back in. So Hawkins back in at 6 under as he birdies hole number 10. Yep, that puts him back at 6 under, the leader. And so Gary Player, who is shooting 2 under so far here on hole 10. He gets a 1, so here we'll play the hole. He gets 4, 4, 4, which will be, I'm pretty sure anytime you get doubles, or triples rather, that's a special result, and it is. Which is toward the back of the book. All right, so we got a par 4, and you have to re-roll for this. So that's a 22. Roll again, level 2. So try that again. That's a 14. Golfer suffers health issue, unable to continue, withdrawals from event. So how about that? Wow. So Gary Player will not finish the 10th hole. He is out. Health withdrawal. That's an interesting one. That's too bad because Gary Player is one of my favorite players. So he withdraws with health issues. So we go to hole number 9. And Arnold Palmer. So this is a semi-daunting. He's got 1. And again, he's lucky, so he keeps getting them. So let's try 1 and then see if it's daunting. It is. So he'll use his second one. I think that's legal. So he'll take control of the hole. And so he gets a 2, 3, 4 on a 4. 2, 3, 4. Direct to the green. Nope. Is he dynamic? He is not. So we go to the right now chart. And so Arnold Palmer, his last 2 holes, he is normal because he is parred both of them. So we got a par 4, we got a 2 on that. So he is not hot. Green in regulation, a difficult putt for birdie. So that would be a 1. And he misses it. So that would be a moderate putt for par. And he makes it. So Arnold with his par. So he will finish the front 9 with a 3 under, which is the second best for the front 9 to Bill Casper. All right, so you got Julius Boros. And he has a red chip. Might as well go ahead and use it because the chances are slim that he would get control of this hole. So watch him roll a 1. Nope, he got a 2, so he wouldn't have had control anyway. So that's a 23, so he hits the sand on his second shot. So we got a 4, 2, 5. Is he sandy? He is not. Plenty of sand, but not enough go. The ball trickles to the edge of the green. He has a difficult putt for par. So that's 1 to 3 for him to stay on the TV, and he makes it. So good clutch putt there for Burrows. He will see. He actually will finish 1 over par for the round, which is tied for worst with Fred Hawkins. All right, so that brings Finsterwald. Again, you'll go to hole 8 here. Oh, and Arnold always has to have a blue chip because he is lucky. So Finsterwald gets control of the hole as he gets a 2-2-5 on a 3 par. 2-2-5, is he a utility? He is not. So we go to the green cam. We're on a 3 par. We rolled a 2. Is it friendly green? It is not. Is it a challenging? Based on that, it is. So a nice recovery from the sand. He needs a clutch putt for par. He is normal. So 1 to 3, he will get the par. And he does. So he gets the blue chip for hitting the clutch. So that's another par for Finsterwald. So that'll bring Venturi tied with Casper for the lead. He's got 1 chip. So he gets a 4. So the hole will play. That's a 25. So he hits the fairway cam. We got a 3. Is it a cordial hole? It indeed is. On the green, but with distance. Clutch putt for birdie. Venturi is a normal, so 1 to 3, he makes birdie. And he hits it, and he gets a clutch. So that'll move everybody down. So Venturi with a birdie, his 3rd birdie of the game. So that Boros, Leonard, and Hawkins all are 7 under. That will move Finsterwald down 4, Palmer down 2, Casper down 1. And that's it for hole number 8. All right, so we get, so again, Leonard's out of contention here. So we are on hole number 12. This is a normal tee. So we will roll here. So he gets a 4 on a normal, is par. So he stays 7 back. So Billy Casper will get to shoot here. So before tee, choose whether to play safe or go for it. So we got the question marks again. If you go for it, bomber golfers get 2 decider dies. Puny golfers must play safe on this hole. So Casper actually is not a puny. He lost his puny. And by the way, him and Leonard are both stormy because they got into it back on hole 9. So they had an altercation. So they're both stormy. So he's not puny, so he could go for it if he wanted, but I think he'll play it safe here on a 4 par. If it was a 5 par, maybe. So we'll see what happens. So he gets a 1, so he actually gets to play the hole with a 1-1-5. 1-1-5, is he a yeoman or a scatter? He is not. With the woods, is he a utility with the iron? He is not. So he gets a moderate putt for birdie. So 1-2, he gets a birdie and back in the tie for the lead, and he hits it. So that is -8 for the day for Casper. He is by far having the best round of the game. All right, so we got hole 11 for Fred Hawkins. So that's double cordial. So he may get back in contention here, as there's a lot of chances for birdies. He gets a 4, but that's going to be a par, so he will stay 7 back. So, and then, as we know, Gary Player withdrew for health reasons. So, hole number 10 for Arnold Palmer, who is again shot 3 under in the front 9. 2 holes behind, or 2 shots behind Venturi and Casper. So he gets a 5. So the hole will play a 56. So he hits the sand on his first shot. We got a 4, 4, 1, 2. Is he sandy? He is not. Otherwise, burst out of the bunker onto the fringe of the green. A birdie putt was short, but sets up an easy putt for par. So again, 66. Ooh, 56. He was close. So he pars on the first hole of the back 9. So that brings up Julius Burrows, who is out of contention. So we got a normal hole. He gets a 2. On a normal is a par, so he will stay 7 back. So hole number 9 for Finsterwall. He gets a 2, so the hole will play a 46. Oh no! So he hits the water on his second shot. So let's see what that does. That could be bad. So 4 on his second shot. 3. Is he an icon? He is not. Drop. Unraveled shot eventually makes green. A moderate putt for bogey. So that's 1-5. So just a bogey if he can hit this. And he gets a 5, so he barely makes it. So that will move him back. So he's not had a great round. Again, he started the round at 1 away from the lead, but he has proceeded to play 2 over par, which is the worst of anybody so far. And then that coupled with Venturi's 3 birdies, that's made him 5 out. All right. So we got Venturi here on the last hole of the night, or the front 9. Let's see. He might go ahead and this water is kind of scary, so he's going to use his 2 chips to take control of the hole. So again, that doesn't matter. He gets a 1-1-3 on a 4. 1-1-3. Is he a scatter? He is not. Is he a hacker with the irons? He is not. So he gets a moderate putt for birdie. So 1-2, he'll make another birdie. And he does not. So that will be an easy putt for par. And he makes it. So he will stay there. So that gives him a -3 for the front 9, which is second best. Him and Arnold Palmer have shot 3 under in the front 9. Casper with a 6 under. Gary Player shot 2 under. Again, he's withdrew. And then Leonard shot a 1 under. Hawkins and Burrows have shot 1 over. And Finsterwald has shot 2 over. So that the first 9 is in the books. Okay, so back to the 13th hole. Par 4. This will be our first look at it. Deeply sloped area left of the fairway can cause problems from the tee, and generous bunkers around the green can derail a golfer's birdie chance in a hurry. So again, Leonard is at 7 under, so we will do an out of contention roll. So this is a normal hole, and he gets a 2 and a normal. That's a par. So he stays at 7 behind the pace. Billy Casper, again, who is 8 under par for the round so far. Lead tied with the lead with Venturi. So he gets control of the hole with a 2.56. Is he a legend? He is. So a consummate draw. And he gets the gallery cheers. So he'll get a blue token for that. And he gets a 2. Is he a champion? He is not a champion. Drops under the edge of the green. Gets a good roll, a moderate putt for birdie. So he will use his chip to get a 1-4 for easy putt for birdie. And he makes it. So how about that? That's his 9th birdie, as he is 9 under par for the round. And so that will make these guys at 8 under. Fitzgerald at 6. Palmer, Venturi to 1. Billy Casper is just killing it. I don't think I've ever, in any game I've ever had, have I had anybody with that much. I mean, at 8 under through 13. 8 birdies, no bogeys. So I'll just put them up here. So like I said, they're 8 under now. So that leaves us with 4 on the table. So going to the 12th hole will be Hawkins. So that's a normal hole. And he gets a birdie. So that'll put him back to 7 under. And Gary Player was out, so Arnold Palmer on hole number 11. And he will play this hole with a 1-1-6 for par. Is he a duffer? He is not. Is he soft? He is not. So he gets a moderate putt for birdie. And again, he is lucky, so he gets a chip, so he will, let's see, moderate putt for birdie, so this will make it an easy putt for birdie, and he'll get to keep it for the next one. So 1-4, he birdies, and he does. So he moves to 2 under. So Arnold putting the pressure on. That brings up Burrows, who's 8 under. And this is a normal or a double cordial hole. So he gets a 5, which on a double cordial is a par. So he'll stay 8 back. So hole number 10. Finsterwald is 6 under. Again, he has had the worst round of anybody so far this round. So he gets a 4. So that's the course. Gets a 33. That's fairway cam. He gets on the 4, a 1 is a cordial. It is not. Otherwise, nicely saved from the rough to the outer area of the green, a clutch par for putt. Let's see, we're on Finsterwald, right? And he is a normal, so he needs a 1 to 3 to stay within 6 here. And he makes it. So that was a clutch par for par. Yep. So he gets so he'll stay 6 back as he pars. And so Venturi, who is 1 behind Casper now, again, who's just killing it. So he gets a 1, so he'll get to play it with a 1-3-6. Is he a duffer or a scatter? He is not. Is he a hero? He is. So lofted on the green for an easy putt for birdie. All right. So that's a 1 to 4. He will make a birdie. And he does. So he's back to a tie with Billy Casper. 4 under for the round for Venturi. So that's it for hole 10. So we got Leonard, who is 8 back. And so this, go to hole number 14. So we got a par 3, semi-cordial. So that's in the middle there. So he gets a 2 on a semi-cordial, and he parted. So he still stays 8 back. Billy Casper, again, who was in the first round. So he, again, is shooting 9 under par so far here on hole 14. And he will take a par on that one. And he gets a chip. So it's a 3. So he will par and get a chip. So that could come in handy later. All right, so we go to 13 for Hawkins. And again, Hawkins is 7 under. So this is a normal hole. A normal 3, so he gets a par. So he stays. And again, Gary Player is withdrawn. So we go to Arnold Palmer at 12. So he can play it. So we do go safe. If he's a bomber, he gets an extra bullet roll. So we're gonna go for it. Arnold. That's the way Arnold played. So he gets a 3, so he actually will play the hole. That's a 3-3-3. So that's going to be the special result. Level 1, par 4. So we re-roll. And that's an 11. Very long drive from the tee, dead on iron, goes straight into the hole for an eagle. Sunny and hot the rest of the round. So how about that? Arnold Palmer with an eagle. To put himself tied for first. And so not only is he lucky, he is sunny and hot the rest of the round. So, so how about that? So Arnold Palmer giving Casper a go for his money here. So Boros, again, he is 8 under, so this is a normal. And he gets a 2 on a normal, and that's par. So he will stay 8 back. Fensterwald is the fourth one hanging on here on hole 11. So he gets a 6, so he'll, well, might time to start playing a little aggressive. He does have a master recovery, so he's going to go for it. So we got to go for it on 4. So attack the green is what that's called. So he gets a 2. That might be good. Barely on the green, but makeable. A difficult putt for birdie. So I think you can use up to 2. So this will make it an easy putt for birdie. I think you can use 2 blue at once. So 1 to 4, he birdies, and he does. So a birdie as he went for it. Pays off for Fensterwald as he draws to within 5. That brings up Venturi. Again, so far he parred the last hole, so he's shooting 4 under for the day. And he gets a 2, so he will play the hole with a 1-6-6. Is he a yeoman? He is not. Is he stormy? Venturi is not stormy. So he gets an experience check. And he is a semi-prospect. So we got a 4 par. We rolled a 6. Is he an icon? He is not. Forgettable approach leaves golfer facing a difficult putt for par. So 1 to 3 for par. And he makes it. So big clutch putt there as he stays with the big boys. So that'd be it for hole number 11. So we move to the 15th. Now this is where we do our check to see if anybody in the B or B pluses are going to move up. Okay. Check the leader score to determine number of emerging contender. So 5 under par or better, don't roll, no emerging contender possible. And we do. Again, we got Casper who's at 9 under. So there's nobody able to catch up with that. So we will move on to Leonard. So at 15, that's a semi-cordial. And he gets a birdie. So that'll move him to 7 under, or 7 back. So he birdies. And so Billy Casper. He gets so he'll control the hole with a 1-5-6. 5-1-5-6. Is he a legend? He is. Launches the ball down the middle of the fairway for a star. So the crowd cheers. We got a 6. Is he a hacker? He is not. Less than expert shot. Gets a fortunate kick. Strong applause. So we have to re-roll that. 5. A looping iron shot bounces to the edge of the apron. A double difficult putt for birdie. So, and he's not able to get it. So that makes a difficult putt for par. He's going to make that a moderate putt for par. So 1 to 5. And he gets his par. So 2 pars in a row. So not able to take advantage of the 5 par. He just pars it. So that brings up 14 and Fred Hawkins. Again, he's 7 back. So you got a semi-cordial. And he gets a 6. And that's going to be a bogey. So that's not going to help Hawkins' chance. He bogeys. Again, Gary Player, he withdrew for health reasons, so that's Arnold Palmer on 13. He had that big eagle, and he is lucky, sunny, and hot the rest of the round, so he is shot 3 under the last 2 holes, so here on hole 13. And he gets a 5, so the course will play. It's a 15, so he hits the fairway with 1 unless he's a shaper. And he is not a shaper, so he's in the rough, rather, on the first shot. So 4-1, he rolled a 6. Is he a master? Palmer is a master. TV-friendly shot sends the ball to the periphery of the green. A double difficult putt for birdie. So we'll see if he can get his birdie here. We need a decider and a 1. So he's not able to get it, so that will be a difficult putt, and he will use this to make it a moderate putt for par. So he needs a 1 to 5. Oh, and he gets a 6. So that will be an easy putt for bogey. And he does it. So bogey for Arnold Palmer. That's his first bogey of the round. He gets a 5 on hole 13. So that knocks him back 1 down. So Boros is 7 down. So he is a normal hole. And he gets a bogey. So Boros gets further behind. As him and Palmer both bogey the hole. All right, so that's 12 for Finsterwald, who was able to birdie to get within 5. His last Palmer's there. Hate when I do that. All right. So Finsterwald on hole number 12. Let's roll again. So he will play the hole with a 1, 2, 4. The 4 par. 1, 2, 4. Is he a duffer? He is not. Is it a firm green? It is not. So he gets the cam. The green cam, that is. So that's a 4 par. We go to 4 on the green die. Is it a friendly green? It is not. Is it a challenging green? It is not. So make this and move on. A clutch putt for par. So he is a 1 to 3 for par. He makes it. So he gets his par and gets a chip. So Finsterwald will get his par. So Venturi here on hole 12. Tied with the lead with Jasper. He gets the hole will play this one as he gets a 14. That's a question mark. Oh. He's going to play it safe. So he got the question mark, and so he gets a gimme putt for birdie. Oh, wow, he could have got an eagle if he'd have went for it, but he'll take his birdie. So that's 66. So he gets a birdie. So that moves Finsterwald down, Casper down, Venturi all by himself as he gets a birdie. That makes him 5 under for the round. So that'll do it for 12. So hole number 16 for the first group. Let's see, Leonard. This is a hole 3. This is a normal. So a 4 on a normal is a par. So Leonard gets a 3. Billy Casper. Let's see. So a 3 par here. He gets a 3, so the hole will play. That's a 15, so he hits the fairway. He gets a 2, which is it a cordial hole? It is not. Is it a daunting hole? It is not. quietly efficient and easy putt for par. So 66, he will par it, or anything but a 66. And so Casper gets his third par in a row. So Dawkins on 15. See, that's a semi-cordial. He gets a 6, so he bogeys another one. That's his second bogey in a row as he gets a 6 on the 5 par. So Hawkins gets further behind. So Arnold Palmer, who bogeyed his last hole, will be on the 3 par 14. He will play. The hole will play at 26. So he gets the green cam. See, a par 3. He rolled a 5. Is it a friendly green? It is not. Is it a challenging green? It is not. So doesn't bite but stays on. An easy putt for par. So that will give anything but a 66. And so he makes his par. Again, he's sunny, lucky, and hot the rest of the game. 3. So Boros again is out of it. So we got a semi-cordial. He gets a 2, and he pars it for a 3. So Finsterwall on the edge of contention here on hole 13. So he gets a 2, so he will play the hole, the 2-2-3. A 2-2-3. Is he a legend? He is not. Is he a hero? He is not. So he goes to the mood chart. Let's see, now Finsterwall, he doesn't have a mood. So we got 4-2. Is he sunny? He is not. On the green in regulation, but with some distance, a difficult putt for birdie. Difficult. So that's a 1. So he needs a 1 to birdie it. He doesn't. So that makes a moderate for par. And so he makes his par. So Venturi with the lead, shooting 5 under for the round. We'll tackle hole 13. So he gets a 4. The hole will play a 15. So he is in the rough on hole 1 unless he's a shaper, and he is. He does have the shaper quality, so good job staying out of the rough. So that will make that a fairway golf cam. You got a par 4, you got a 6. Is it a daunting hole? It is not. Otherwise, 2 great shots and a chance to convert clutch putt for birdie. So he is a 1-3 for a birdie. And he makes it. So that puts Finsterwall out. Moves Arnold down, Casper down. Venturi has a 2-stroke lead. So that'll do it for hole 13. We go to hole 17 for the first group. Again, we got Leonard. We got a semi-friendly hole, or actually, that's a normal hole. That's the green. So he gets a 5 on a normal, is a par. So Billy Casper, who's parred the last 4 holes, finds himself last 3 holes, still shooting 9 under for the round. See what he can do here with this hole. So he gets a 1, so he'll play it with a 1-1-5. Is he a yeoman or a scatter? He is not. Is he a utility? He is not, so he gets a moderate putt for birdie. So he's going to use his chip to make it a 1-4 for an easy. And he makes it. So Billy Casper back within 1. Shooting 10 under for the day. Unbelievable. So Fred Hawkins on hole 16. So that's a normal. I threw the dice in the floor. So a 5 normal is a par. So that brings up Arnold on hole 16, or 15 rather. So he gets a 4, so the hole will play a 25, and he hits the fairway cam. We got a 5. Got a 5 on that, a cordial hole, semi-cordial, but we got the decider die, so it is a clutch putt for birdie. All right, so Arnold is semi-gold, so let's see if he's gold here. He is. So 1 to 5, he hits it. He hits it for a birdie here, and he does. So he gets a birdie. Got the clutch putt, so he draws back to within 2. As he gets a 4 on the 5. So Burrows, let's see, we got a normal or a semi-cordial. He gets a 2, so he gets a birdie. So Boros still gives him a 4. He's still a ways off. So Fensterwall is out of contention too. So we're on hole 14. I think he's 7 down. So that's a semi-cordial. And he gets a 1, so that's a birdie. So that'll put him back at 6. So he birdies the 3 par. And so that gives Venturi, who has the lead here, take a crack at hole number 14. So he gets a 4, so he plays the hole with a 1-3-3. 1-3-3, is he a hacker? He is not. So he goes to mood chart. And he doesn't have a mood. So Venturi in the mood chart. We got a 3 par. 3, is he stormy? He is not. The gallery cheers as a shot. As shot gets solid roll. Easy putt for birdie. I don't know if that counts as it doesn't take you to the gallery cheer chart, so I'm going to say that you don't get a thing for that. That's just a description. But if I'm wrong, let me know. But he gets an easy putt for birdie. So 1 to 4, and he birdies. And he does. So Fensterwall's back out. Moves Palmer down, Casper down, and so Venturi gets his 3rd birdie in a row. So between him and Casper, we got a match going here. So that'll do it for 14. So the last group will tackle 18. Leonard, so we got a normal hole. So that's a 4 on a normal. That's a par. So Casper on hole 18. So this is his last shot, or his last hole here. So he gets a 4. So the hole will play with a 15. So he is in the sand on his first shot. Not good. So that's a 4-1. He got a 2. Is he sandy? He is a semi-sandy, so he did get it. So he is sandy. So he big swing, sends sand and ball flying for a wow. Reroll the white die for the wow. So he gets a 2. It bounds onto the green and rolls to the pin. An easy putt for birdie. So, and he gets a blue chip for birdie. So an easy putt for birdie. So we're going to use that chip to make it a gimme putt for birdie. So that's a 66. And he makes it. So Casper ends the round. 1 back. As he shoots This is a 71 hole par, so he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 under par, and that's a 60. So he shoots a 60 for the day. 11 under par. That's a heck of a day. 60 is really good. All right, so Hawkins on 17. Let's see, so that's a normal hole. So he gets a 2 on a normal. That's a par. Again, Gary Player had to withdraw, so we got Arnold Palmer on 16. He's got 2 here. We'll save it. I could take control of the hole. Yeah, I think we'll do that. He'll take control of the hole because, again, he gets that chip back, so he gets a 3-3-4 on a 3. A 3-3-4. Is he a champion? He is. Exquisite backspin. Ball stops 2 feet from the pin. Easy putt for birdie. So that would be a 1-4. So he'll use this to make it a gimme. And that was close. He gets a 46, so he gets easy putt for birdie. And then he gets a chip back because he's lucky. So Arnold Palmer on 16 gets a 2 to move him to the win 2. So Burrows is on 16, so he gets a normal. He gets a 2 on normal. That's a par. So Finsterwall is out on 15. He gets a semi-cordial. He gets a 5 on semi-cordial. That's a par. So he ends up with a 5. So Venturi with a big opportunity here. So Casper's already in the clubhouse. Arnold Palmer has got 2 holes left. So here's Venturi. He's got 1. He could take control of the hole, but I think he'll save that for a putt. This is not a hard hole, so he takes control of the hole anyway with a 2-5-6 on a 5. 2-5-6. Is he a legend? He is. Precise swing. Oh my. Classic. He gets the star. Gallery cheers. He gets a thing. He got a 6. Is he a hacker? He is not. Otherwise, less than expert shot gets a fortunate kick. Strong applause. So we re-roll to see what that is. So, that's a 6. Superior distance, but short on accuracy. A double difficult putt for birdie. So he needs a 1 and a decider die. So he doesn't get the double difficult putt for birdie. So that would be a difficult for par. So he will use this to make it a moderate. So 1-5, he will par. And he does. So Venturi with the par. That'll do it for 15. So again, Leonard and Casper are in the clubhouse. Hawkins will do 18. Let's see, we got this is a normal hole. He gets a 4 on a normal. That's a par. So that'll be it for Hawkins. And again, Gary Player is out. So we got Arnold Palmer on 17. 2 strokes down. Again, he's sunny, lucky, and hot. So he could take control of the hole here. This is a normal hole, but then he wouldn't get another chip. So we'll save that for his putt if he needs it. So he gets a 5, so the hole controls with a 26. So he hits the fairway. Cam, 4-3. Is it a cordial hole? It is not. Is it a daunting hole? It is not. A chance to atone for earlier flub, a clutch putt for par. So he is semi-gold, and so he got the decider die. So 1-5, he will hit his par, and he does. So that'll be a par for Palmer. On 17, Burrows. Let's see, this is a normal hole. He gets a 5. That's a par for Burrows. So Finsterwall will be on 16. Let's see, that's a normal hole. So he gets a 4 on normal. That's a par. So Venturi here on 16. I think he's got the 1 chip, so he'll hang on. So that's a 3. So the hole plays a 23. Oh, and he hits the sand on the first shot. So let's see. He doesn't have good recovery ratings. Venturi doesn't, so he hits the sand on the first shot on a 3 par. He rolled a 1. Is he chunky? He is not. Otherwise, explosion from the bunker, the pin chart. So let's see what that is. So the pin. Okay, so you re-roll the die. Oh, I don't remember which one I rolled. I'll do the green. That's a 2. So it dies in the vicinity of the pin, an easy putt for par. All right, so that's going to be a 66. He makes the par 3. So 2 holes left for Venturi. So again, we got Arnold Palmer on 18. 2 strokes down. 1 chip left. He gets a 3, so he controls the hole with a 1-4-6. That's a 4 par. 1-4-6. Is he a legend? He is. So true from the tee. He gets a solid star. The gallery cheers. We got a 4. Is he a utility? He is not. Otherwise, routine iron shot energized by beneficial roll. A moderate putt for birdie. So that's a 1-2. So he can use both of these to make it a gimme. So again, I think you can use 2. So a gimme for a birdie is 6-6. And he made it. So he is with 1 shot. And again, he's lucky, so he gets that back for the 18th. Oh, that's actually his last hole. So 1 shot back. Arnold Palmer with the birdie. So Burrows on 18. Let's see, this is a normal hole. So he gets a 5 on a normal. That's a par. So 17. Finsterwall on a normal. Gets a 3. That's a par for Finsterwall. So Venturi here on 17. So he is up by 1. So he gets a 4. The hole will play. A 25 is in the fairway. Fairway cam. It's a 4. You got a 5. Is it a daunting hole? It is not. Otherwise, longer than usual tee shot. Well played iron. A nice opportunity. A clutch putt for birdie. And he is a average or neutral. So 1-3. He gets a birdie here and probably puts the match away. Oh, and he gets a 6. So that's going to be an easy for par. And he gets his par. So misses that big putt for birdie. So he goes to 18. So Finsterwall, this is a normal hole. So Finsterwall, oh, he bogeys on his last hole of the day. So hole number 18, leading Casper and Arnold Palmer by 1 stroke. He has 1 blue chip left. So he gets a 5, so the hole plays with a 14. He hits the fairway. Fairway cam. Let's see, he got a 4 par. Is it a cordial hole? It is not. Is it a daunting hole? It is not. So he has an easy putt for par. So if he anything but a 66, and he wins the tournament. And he hit it for par. So how about that? That was kind of exciting. So everybody else is not in contention. Venturi wins the tournament by one stroke over Billy Casper, who shot a 60 for the day. And Arnold Palmer, who ended up shooting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He shot a 8 under par for the day. Again, this hole is a 71. So the Thunderbird Invitational winner is Ken Venturi, Billy Casper, and Arnold Palmer tie for second. So that was kind of fun. It does take a while to get through that last round. I mean, it's a good hour or two, but it gets exciting there toward the end, especially when you get some golfers that are close to one another. So anyway, thought I would share that. A lot of fun. Welcome any comments or again anything I might have missed when I hit the record button. I lose 2 or 3 IQ points, so it's entirely possible that I forgot to do a chip or did a chip wrong or something. So learning the game, so any input would be welcomed, and I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you next time.